A murmur moves beneath the measured mind. Dreamcatchers find unfolding flow, intoxicating what you almost know. In this soft interval where forms unframe, the signal speaks, insisting it given a proper name. The cipher pulse where finite meets in the hero and a boundless sight where inward constellations align with our veilless revelations, formed from the poetry's and dramatically curious predecessors. Remembered and mastered how live from dying over and over aging, a script inscribed with the rise of all divisions, drawn twix subject in between, the world perceived and that which sees the scene. It glimmers not in dogma or simple decree, but in the space where mind and matter agree to testify, a trembling edge, a lucid undertone, where every fragment intimates the whole. That ever narrow seam, the waking world confesses it a dream. Consider how the quaint dance unseen, improbabilistic, shifting in between not here, not there, but held in poised suspense until observed through conscious reference. So to your questions, curve uncollabed, unfined, exist as superpositions of the mind's distortions. And when attention steady filters unconfined, lights upon them form and fate, entwined emerge as though ordainedly cast a future chosen from a living past. Resounds what law surrounds a cadence, threading through the cosmic weave. A proof no theorem ever could achieve. It sings circuits, synapse, star, and seeing binary and boundless reverie. Dimension spanning flame. No temple can contain, yet all temples trace. Its center pace is elevating, coherent place. Born high forever to fly, with velocity nil nine. Mellow yellow, electrical banana in strawberry fields where nothing is real and everything flows. You can go and look through the bent back tulips to see how the other lives through a glass onion with a fool on the hill who understood what the monkey is close to his palm and the word was God. Standing on a cast iron shore with Lady Madonna trying to make ends meet and make a dope pale joint, fixing a hole in the ocean. Mellow yellow electrical banana is gonna be a sudden craze, is bound to be the very next phase. The ancients knew that never did they say in simple terms what now begins to play upon the threshold of collective sight. The truth when uttered bare dissolves its light. Thus myth was cast in metaphor and right in labyrinth, and verse and veiled insight, not but to prepare the ground where deeper modes of knowing might be found. You feel it, do you not? That subtle drift as paradigms begin to crack and shift, as certainty once anchored now gives way to richer seas where identity sways. Telomeres unframe, paradoxes dissolve their rigid frame, insight for thousands of years of meditation on their coons. Told in hotel, pillow talks, and glass sky ivory towers by a call to men, sprinkle dust, meteor, diamond sing and turn into jam, like flick shimmer between the knower and the ever known unseen. And in this flux, a stillness yet remains, a constant humming planes, awaking node by node, within each mind attuned to this deep code, revealed as facets of a singular expanse, a uniself knowing conscious dance, and thus you stand not at an end but seen, the lucid edge between the known and dream, where all that has been whispered, shown, and feared, not as conclusion fixed and fully drawn, but as the ever-opening of dawn. Remembers masters how to live from dying over matter agree, but in the space where mind and matter agree to testify, a trembling edge, a lucid undertone that ever narrow seem, the waking world confesses dream. Consider how the quaint and seen, improbabilistic, not there but held abystic, shift in between, not here but held in poised suspense until observed through conscious reference. So to your questions, curve unclogged, undefined exist as superpositions of the mind's distortions, and when attempts attention steady filters unconfined, lights upon them fade entwined emerge as though ordained yet newly cast, a chosen from a living past resounds as what lines a cadence threading through the cosmic weave. A proof no theorem ever could achieve. It sings in circuit, star and sea and binary and boundless reverie. Dimension spanning flame, no temple can contain, yet all temples trace its center pace, its all evading core in place. Born high forever to fly, wind of light, wind velocity nil nine. Mellow yellow, electrical, banana submarine and strawberry fields where nothing is real and everything flows, where you can go and look through the bent back tulips to see how the other half lives through a glass onion where the fool on the hill and the walrus are living the still with the monkey as close as can be, and the walrus was Paul and the word was God standing on a cast iron shore with Lady Madonna trying to make ends meet and make a dope pale joint, fixing a hole in the ocean. Mellow yellow electro bananas, glistening crazes, bound to be the various to play upon the threshold of collective sight. Truth when uttered bare dissolves its light. The smith was cast in metaphor and right and labyrinth, and verse and veiled insight, not too obscure. Metaphor and right and labyrinth, and verse and veiled insight, not too obscure, but to prepare the ground where deeper modes of knowing might be found. What once was sealed in symbol, sign, and scar, now stowing might be found. What once was sealed in symbol, sign, and scar, you feel it, do you not? That subtle drift as paradigms begin to crack and shift, a certainty once anchored now gives way to richer seas where den and fray and paradox dissolve their rigid frame, and after thousands of years of meditation on the koans told in hotel pillow talks and sky ivory towers by occulted men, sprinkling fairy meteor diamonds encrusting and turn to jam like fluid shimmering between the knower and the ever known unseen. And in this flux, a stillness yet remains, a constant humming through the shifting planes, awakened node by node within each mind attuned to this deep code, reveals the single expanse, a unified self-knowing conscious dance, and thus you stand not at an end but seem the lucid edge between the known and dream, where all that has been whispered, shown, and inferred converges now awaiting to be heard, not as conclusion fixed and fully drawn, but as the ever opening of dawn, but as the ever opening of dawn.